Hi, welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm making a pasta salad. Oh my gosh, who don't love pasta salads? And I'm not using the pasta that it calls for. You know me, make it my own. And you need to do that also. The pasta that the recipe calls for is a curly-cued one. I didn't have any. I had butterfly. So I think the butterfly is awful pretty. So I'm going to use the butterfly. So anyway, that's what I'm using. So I've got that in there. So you cook your pasta. Then you need a cup full of broccoli. Okay. So I'm going to cut up a cup full of broccoli. I'm not going to use the tree. My great-grandkids call that the tree. I'm going to save that, and tomorrow I'm going to make me some broccoli soup. Broccoli and cheese and broccoli. I love that. Oh my goodness, I love that so much. And it has been so warm and nice here. And I thought, well, why didn't I make that when it was cold? And now it's turned cold. It's supposed to frost tonight. I can't believe that. But I guess it is, so I guess we'll deal with it. My friend has her garden she's got all kinds of stuff planted already, but not me. I hadn't got mine bought yet until Saturday. I went Saturday and bought a bunch of stuff, and her son gave me some pepper plants. I can't wait till they get big. They get big, which you saw them last year. They get, I don't know, about that big around and about that long. So I can't wait for them to get like that this year so I can take one of them and can it and make a whole batch of pepper. But anyway, I can't wait to do them. So anyway, we're going to get this broccoli all cut up and get it in there. And it takes a cup of broccoli. Don't take a lot, which salads usually don't, but you can make it your own, put whatever you want in it. So, I don't know, my grandma will be putting all kinds of stuff out her garden in it. She loved her garden. And you know, I don't remember, but I think my grandma planted her garden early. She never covered it up. So, and it always did good. If I had my grandma's talent on cooking and planting, I'd be great. So, but I don't. Okay, we're going to take a cup of broccoli and put that in there. And I'm going to save this for my broccoli soup. I am. Lay it right there. So, my grandma could do anything, though. She could do anything. And everything. My daddy's dad died back, I don't know. I think Daddy might have been 10. I don't know. He might have been 10 when Grandpa died. And then he had two brothers younger than him. And that left my grandma there with 3 little boys to raise, which she didn't complain. She raised them. And she worked, oh my gosh. She'd get up in the morning and she'd walk up the mountain and do the neighbor up on top of the mountain. She'd go up there and help her. She'd get her iron washing and everything done, get that hung out. And I don't care how cold it was, it didn't matter. She knew she had to do it because she had 3 little boys to raise. And she'd get up about 4 o'clock, go up there and do that. Never did complain about it. I'd complain. I don't like to get up at 4 o'clock and go to work. But my mama did. She'd clean her house, get her house cleaned, and then get her kids up for school, get them fed, get them ready to go to school. Then she'd say, I'll be back. So she'd go down the mountain and get her boys up, get them ready for school. And then she'd get her house cleaned up. Then she'd go back up there and clean for that lady again, do everything she wanted done, and get back home. She always went up there and cooked supper, and then she'd go home and cook her supper. Now, tell me, that's too much work for me. But I guess if I had 3 little boys, I'd do it. But she did it. Now, I don't know how long she did that before she remarried. But she finally remarried. Of course, I never met him. I don't think any of us grandkids ever met him. But he wasn't a very nice guy. I wouldn't have liked him. I'd have run him off because the way he treated my grandma. But she told him when she got married, she says, now you can't, there's two things you don't do. I had to have that. She said, you don't drink around my boys. I don't want them to learn that habit. Because my grandma didn't believe in drinking. And she says, you don't drink and you don't hit my boys. She said, if they do something wrong, and they will, you tell me about it and I'll correct them. But you don't hit my boys. And she said, now, you asked me to marry you, and that's my conditions. And she said he agreed with them. And she was telling me and my sister next to me about it because, I don't know, something was brought up about somebody hitting my sister. And I said, well, I'll tell you what, he'll never do it again. I said, he better never hit you again. And I said, and I'll tell him so too. So my memo said, there's a way to stop that. I said, I know it, and I'll stop it. I said, if my daddy knew that, he'd stop it. And anyway, it got stopped. But, yeah, it got stopped. But it ended up in a divorce, and she met another guy and got married quite a while after that. So anyway, but my mama was telling us, she says, I'll tell you how to stop it. And I thought, no, Mama, you don't want to tell us how to stop it. I know what you would do. Because she didn't put up with no crap from nobody. And I guess that's why they call me Mama half the time. But I don't care. They don't call me Mama. They call me Bessie. And I said, I don't think you need to be telling that in front of Carol, Mama. She don't need to hear it. And she said, I want to hear it. Which after Carol got her divorce, she wouldn't put up with that anymore either. So anyway, she said, oh, well, this is half a cup. And I'm going to put a half a cup of tomatoes in here. Like that. There we go. And I'm going to get rid of this. This is messy. Okay. So I got a half a cup of broccoli. I got a cup of broccoli and a cup of cucumbers and a cup of tomatoes. And this is called, this is called a pasta broccoli salad. So that's what we got there. And then, get rid of my knife before I cut myself. Now, broccoli ranch casserole. Now, you can use ranch dressing if you want to. Now, I'm like out of here. I used Greg's recipe for his homemade ranch dressing, and we'll put a link to that down below, and you can go to that because I love it. It's great. But you also can use this if you want to, okay? So, but anyway, I want to finish my story. I probably shouldn't be telling this. I'll mix this up while I'm telling it, because all you do is mix it all up real good. I'm going to put just a little bit of salt and pepper on it. And you'll put just a little bit just for your taste. But my mama says, well, maybe Carol will need this. I said, no, she don't need it, Mama. She's got a good husband now. Well, then I'm going to tell her just in case she knows somebody might need it. Anyway, she said one night that her husband come home. First, he was drunk. That's a no-no. And second, when he started in the house, I'm going to put just a little bit of salt on it. She canned all day long. And he hit the table and knocked some of her can jars off the table and broke them. And she had just canned and worked all day so hard. Well, one of the boys started in the house to tell her about it. And he grabbed him and said, you ain't going in there. Grabbed him by the neck, back of the neck. And he said, I'm telling my mom what happened. We got to clean this mess up. He said, I told you ain't going in there. And he slapped him. That's the second thing you weren't allowed to do. Well, while he was arguing with him, my dad got in the house. Mom, he called him by name. He says, he's drunk. He knocked over your food out there. He just got done canning. And he hit so-and-so. Are you kidding me? And she was mad as a hornet. She took off out to the kitchen, right by the stove, because there was animals always out there. They kept a shotgun. I mean, Mama was like this tall, little bitty thing. She was tired too. That's her excuse I'll give her. She don't need an excuse. She took off. She stopped at the door. She yelled at him, let him go, and told him to let him go. And as she's saying that, she's picking up that shotgun. And he told her, shut up. First of all, that's a word that she don't like. She never used that with her kids. She said she don't like that word. She said, you can always find a better word than that to use. She said, you don't tell a child that. So she opened the door, stepped out on the porch, raised it up. So he knew better. And he took off running. He ran out towards the barn. And she's shooting. And she raised that. She's a good shot too. But she didn't hit him. But she said she thinks she shot about 3 times at him. She said, I'd have shot him. She said, I'd have hit him. She says, but it was fun to watch him. She says, because I was shooting at his feet. And he's just jumping all over like he's dancing. I said, you wouldn't have killed him. She says, no, but he was wishing he was dead because he thought I would. She said, he knew better. She said, he hit my boy and he was drunk. And we went out there and cleaned that mess up. And the boys came in and we had supper. I locked the door. We went to bed. And he didn't come back up to the house. He slept in the barn. It's where he deserved to sleep, for hitting my boy and for coming home drunk. So now you know what to do. When your husband comes home drunk, or when he does something else he ain't supposed to be out there doing, like chasing women. She said, now that I don't go for either. And she said, there's a lot of things I don't go for. And she said, now women's just as bad as men are. She said, they do things they ain't supposed to do too. She said, but you know what? She says, there's a way to fix them all. She says, you don't have to shoot at them. She says, but back in those days, that's about the only thing we had to protect us. I said, well, Mama, everybody ain't like you. She says, no, there'd be a lot less trouble, I think, if there were more like me. I said, probably would be. But that's what my grandma would do to them. Oh, bless her heart. She was the sweetest person in the world. But anyway, okay, I'm going to taste this and shut up. Ooh. That ranch dressing's delicious. That's good. That'll make 2 meals. Ooh, I love that. You're going to have to make that. See how pretty that is? You got your cucumbers. I got my mouth full. And you can put anything in that. You could put cauliflower in it, broccoli, cauliflower, whatever. I wish my tomatoes was up and producing. I'd like to have little cherry tomatoes in that. They'd be so good. And they'd look so pretty on there. That'll make a nice summer salad. So I hope y'all try that, because that's a real good salad, and it's easy to make. Some fresh green onions out of the garden. Oh, it'd be so good on there. I'm ready for my garden. So anyway, we'll have the salad dressing posted down below, because that's in Greg's cook recipe. Or you can use just your regular ranch dressing. But try it. You'll love it. So anyway, give us a thumbs up. Tell your friends about us. And try the recipe. You'll love it. And I thank you bunches for watching this today. And I'll see you again real soon.